Listen, you shouldn't have to stretch your budget to buy jeans with a little give. High-end denim can cost hundreds of dollars, but bargain brands don't offer the same level of style and comfort.
Yeah. You can't get some jeans that cost you hundreds of dollars and like have to do a juice cleanse to get into them.
Totally. So Distilled, spelled DSTLD, they've revolutionized the fashion industry with their timeless luxury grade denim. So you get jeans that would normally cost you hundreds starting at just $65.
Yeah. They eliminate these crazy markups because they refuse to work with middlemen.
Refuse. They ship directly to you for free and guarantee the fit, or they'll send you a new pair until they're perfect. Distilled jeans are built to last and will be a staple in your closet for years.
They also have a bunch of fall jackets. So if you're like into a classic denim or you want like a bomber jacket, you can just expect the same level of quality.
Okay. And so for a discount, go to dstld.com/feral and you'll get $10 off your first order.
That's
d.com/feral for $10 off. Bye. Thanks. Bye. Alie, let me ask you a question.
Yeah. Fire away, dude.
What?
Fire away, dude.
Oh. Yes or no? Finding the right hair color for you, Alie, can be a challenge.
What color is my hair right now?
Burgundy.
Yeah. Was that on purpose?
No.
Did I need to use E-Salon?
Yes, you did.
Oh, I fucked it up. Oh, wait. You can scratch that.
No, it's great. E-Salon offers professional grade. Leave that in. Completely personalized hair color that's created just for you and delivered right to your door. Alie, you fucking need this.
I need it so much. This is the last time I will color my hair without taking the steps to get the right color. I grabbed a color off the shelf. It was the wrong color. My hair is maroon now.
Don't do it. Alie, do you love questionnaires?
Yes.
Here's a hair questionnaire. Upload your photo and a personal colorist will formulate your individually blended color from over 15,000 pigments.
Oh my God.
I know.
I need E-Salon and a time machine to go back to yesterday.
Totally. Well, they've got you covered. There's 100% satisfaction guaranteed if you're not happy, Alie.
Oh God, I need
with
this.
Your color. It will give you a free reformulation or refund.
I think anything's better than what I did to myself before.
I mean, you look cute.
Thanks, dude. But you know what? I like that the color doesn't fade. Like they have the grays covered. Because I get some grays every once in a while.
I mean, at 23 years old, our gray is like pretending to start to come in.
I know. It's probably because we're such big thinkers.
We're so young.
So you can visit esalon.com/slumber party, all one word. And do that. You get 50% off your first order. So that's $10 for your personalized hair color, which is crazy because the last time I got my hair colored in a salon, it was like $180.
Dude, you can do it your freaking self. I've been doing it my freaking self for years and years.
Yeah, I really got the wrong color. So I need to use E-Salon. You get 50% off your first box at esalon.com/slumber party. So go do that. Don't be an Alie Ward.
Send us photos too. Hashtag it at, I don't know, Alie in Georgia. Let's see your hair.
Yeah, just tag us in it on Instagram. Let's see your pictures.
Let's do it.
I want to look at your hair.
Bye.
Feral Audio.
Georgia.
It's Alie in Georgia.
Hey, it's Slumber Party with Alie in Georgia.
It sure is.
Hence the Alie in Georgia.
That's very true.
Where's the Slumber Party? There, we already said that.
Yeah, we said that.
So here's a podcast. Ready, go.
Okay.
Hey, what'd you learn this week, Alie? We always start with one thing we learned.
Yeah, I want to know what you learned.
Why?
Because you were like, because you told me when you came here, you're like, I need to research it a little bit because I wrote down 2 words and
okay.
And that's all. So I need to know what the 2 words are that were your prompt.
Well, okay. So, late at night, I'll see something and I'm going to read up on that because it's my learn. So I just wrote down and, late at night, I mean, sometimes I've been drinking or taking Ambien and I don't remember what it is. So this time I wrote down the 2 words, limousine liberal.
Okay.
Do you know what that is?
No, I'm about to.
Okay. So I had never, a limousine liberal or a latte liberal is a political term used to illustrate perceived hypocrisy by a political liberal or upper class or upper middle class status. So basically it's like when a dude's like a politician or an upper class person's like, public schools need to be cheaper for everyone, but they send their kids to private school or like mass transit for everyone. And then they're like, we'd take a limousine. That's hence the limousine liberal. Or like, the environment, everyone's fucking it up, but they fucking have private jets and shit.
Right.
So it's a way for fucking people to insult liberals, basically.
But I feel like nowadays in the age of Uber, everyone just gets chauffeured around everywhere.
Yeah. Or they're like, another one is like, they're very they're gun control people, but they have like security guards who have guns and shit.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hypocritical. So limousine liberal, which I'm like, whatever. Do what you got to do. But
It's got a ring to it. I'm not going to lie.
At least they're trying to help.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? At least they're fucking trying.
They're trying to help other people.
Yeah. Even those less fortunate than them, which I think is admirable.
But, all people are created equal. Some are just created more equal than others. If I may quote Animal Farm.
Can't you imagine that being said on Fox News? These limousine liberals out there.
Meanwhile, all of them are definitely in limousines.
Oh, yeah. Well, they also are like, everyone should have a gun, and the environment's an idiot, and like, fuck school. Who cares about children? So they're like, at least they're being true to themselves.
At least their brand is consistent. It's brand inconsistency. I have a question though. Who's seen a limousine since like Whitney Houston was alive? Like I feel like Whitney Houston died, and like not really. Whitney Houston didn't have anything to do with it.
A Crown Vic liberal.
Right, because it's just like they're
just taking cars.
They're just taking cars, you guys.
Or a Escalade liberal. That doesn't sound as good.
An SUV liberal?
SUV liberal.
Good one.
Hey, what'd you learn this week?
I learned about rat balls.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm guessing that's not an adorable... When a rat gets in an adorable little ball and, like, rolls around, you're like, oh my God, that rat's so cute. I'm guessing it's about his fucking testicles.
I'm sorry.
Go.
It's so exciting. Okay, there's this documentary on Netflix aptly titled Rats with an exclamation point.
Dig it.
And it's by Morgan Spurlock, who made I ate a lot of McDonald's, I got fat. Surprise.
Look at me, how fat I got.
That was the working title. And so they gave Morgan Spurlock a grip of cash to make a documentary about rats. And praise be Jesus, it's fantastic.
Is it?
It is anti-rat propaganda at its finest. Like, it is so gripping.
Is there an innuendo happening?
Well,
like do rats stand for something? Is there any history in that? Because rat history, I think, is fucking fascinating.
Tons of rat history.
Plagues, man.
Oh God, tons.
Okay.
It's graphic as hell. There's so many rat guts, but it is like absolutely no one on the side. Like no one who's like, I got a rat as a pet. It's all just like rats must be killed. All of them are on terror. Anyway,
I gotta say, I had pets that are rats. They're fucking sweet, smart as fuck people.
Yeah, they are smart people. Rats. Okay, so I was watching it and I was like, what's with all these balls, dude? And so before I went to bed last night, I was like, rat balls, what's the deal? I was like, hey, Siri, why are rats' balls so big? Because I was too lazy to type it. And Siri was like, why are rats' balls so big? And I was like, this is the best. And
oh my God.
So in species where, I'm so sorry, Brooke, this is this is like the longest what I learned we've ever done. I'm so fucking sorry.
So patient. You want to jump in? Jump in now.
Okay. I'll make this so quick. Okay,
go.
When a species has big old balls, it's because the ladies are like, I'll sleep with whoever I want. And so they have to make tons of sperm because their ladies are just hone it up for biology's sake, right?
Yeah, we're not slut shaming rats right here.
No, they're just like, I get it where I want it.
Fuck
and
yeah.
So the boys have to be like, oh God, I gotta grow some bigger balls. So they grow bigger balls. Now in gorillas, tiny balls. You know why? Because they're like one alpha. One is like, I got all these ladies. They only want to fuck me. I don't need big balls.
They don't even need to try.
No, because they're like, yeah, I don't need that much sperm. Because guess what? My sperm gets in wherever I want it to.
They can drive their fucking Honda fucking Civic from 2008 and just be like, I'm still gonna get laid because I'm the only man in the world.
All the gorillas.
But the rats are like, give me an Escalade. Because I gotta look hot. Not that I would ever choose someone for their. Anyways,
if we're correlating testicular size to vehicles,
to dating,
yes. Right now humans, sedans, right in the middle. They're right in the middle. They're not a limo. They're not a smart car.
I mean, what if you were like, I love this guy. He's so great, but his balls are too small.
You're like, that means he's a baller.
Yeah.
Also, so what this means is if you're like, oh, that guy's got big balls, that just means he's a fucking cuck. Because that just means that his ladies fucking everyone. Because if you have big balls,
this doesn't translate.
No, if you have big balls as a species, it's because the ladies will sleep with as many people as they want. Tiny balls, ladies, more monogamous.
I don't think this translates.
No, this is true. This is biology.
No, but not for humans. We have thinky times and stuff.
Oh, yeah. We have thinking
Hey,
time.
let's ask our guest about balls.
I'm sorry, guys.
No, it was amazing, Alie. That was like the best learn.
Siri. Thanks, Siri.
I also want to know, and I want to ask our guest about this.
Yeah.
Has it ever happened that someone's on a date and someone accidentally presses the wrong button on their phone and it reads out loud? Siri reads out loud what the last thing you Siri'd was, and it's about balls or something. Like, what did you want to date? And it was okay. So our guest is our friend, who's a lovely human being. She's a comedian. She's a writer. She's the host of the lifestyle show Hack My Life. She is on a bunch of billboards in fucking New York that I saw. I fucking saw them. She's gorgeous. Brooke Van Poppelen, everyone.
Oh, I've been wanting to jump in.
Thank you so much.
Should I tell us everything?
No, I heard Morgan Spurlock on probably like Press Play or something on KCRW, and I was like, a documentary about rats, and then I was like fascinated, completely riveted.
Watch it?
No, I have to now because I completely forgot about it.
Yeah.
And like he just does not make a good case for the rats. So I'm just like
bullshit.
Oh. Well, and like I know, but like the New York version of rats, like it just ruins everything.
Did you ever see one when you lived there?
Are you kidding me?
Yes, because I've
All
never
day,
seen
every day.
one. What do they look? They're like crazy, right?
Oh, I've seen some things that look like raccoons, like as big as raccoons.
Shut the fuck up. I'm always looking for them and I never see them.
They they live on the tracks. They run up and down the stairs. I mean, they like scurry under your feet. They're constantly crossing the street everywhere.
That sounds like they're everywhere, but they're not.
Yeah.
I've never ever seen one, and I love rats, and I would
You're
go.
so California. You're so California.
You have to watch this. This documentary is so graphic. It is so nasty.
I'm so into it. I saw it.
Don't give me like the heebie-jeebies. Like I won't like be squealing with terror watching it. I'll be fascinated.
Do you guys like gross stuff? Because I can tell you something fucking gross.
Oh,
Yeah, tell me gross stuff.
Okay, when I was a kid, we had rats.
Okay.
Rat had babies because we accidentally put them on. They were whatever. Sunshine. I come home and Sunshine was in one hand holding the body of her baby rat.
Yep.
And on the other hand holding the head of her baby rat. And she was having a fucking snack. Yep. And it ruined my childhood.
Oh, boy.
Ruined my childhood. But rats are really sweet.
They'll eat the babies.
Maybe
for
it
real.
might have been a
Great
mouse.
pets.
Anyways.
No, she was eating her babies. They absolutely eat the babies.
She was having a snick snack.
Yeah.
Brooke, what'd you learn? You were like, don't be graphic. And no, this thing better not be graphic. And I'm like, eating fucking mice.
Eating rat babies.
Yeah.
What did you learn this week?
I learned this is like information that I want to spread to any of my paranoid pot smokers out there.
Ooh.
I know it's great because I've been since I moved here. I'm like I really got to get back into pot just because
you
it's
can.
like a thing you can, and like the whole drinking and driving thing. Like I've really. I've really like tapered off with my drinking. So I'm like, well, I can't be like sober, so I have to get into pot smoking again. But my terror is like going over the edge, getting too paranoid, anxiety ridden, because I do have like panic and anxiety problems.
Too.
So I heard from this like amazing weed expert again that like if you are ever in that uncomfortable, completely paranoid stricken, way too high place,
Which is every time Alie wants to smoke
every
pot.
time,
Yeah,
right?
every time I'm like, oh, the world's scary.
2 ibuprofen will level you out.
Shut the fuck up.
2
Your face.
ibuprofen. Yeah.
No way. There's
Isn't
an
this-
antidote?
There's an antidote, and it's called 2 ibuprofen.
Why?
my
How?
friends.
What?
I didn't get all the
looking this
science
up.
behind it, but the problem is you've got too much THC. So another thing you could do is if someone has edibles that are higher on the CBD scale,
CBD is good
the CBD
stuff,
will
right.
cancel out. So you could take an edible.
But they have
If it
specific
had more,
edibles?
if it was like more CBD friendly, it would like tamper the THC and the paranoia, and you would just go back to like a pleasant body buzz instead of like heady, crazy.
Well, I've been like, so Vince has a card, and I'm like too scared to get one because I think that the government's going to government. So every time
Jeff
he goes,
Sessions coming for us.
every time he goes in there, he's like, "What about this? What about that?" And like they give him something for me to try, and it just doesn't work. Do you have like a?
I don't have a card, but I had some like really positive experiences speaking to someone who knew what the dose was in the candies. This was in Boulder, Colorado, where I got some. And like for me, I'm like, okay, if you're saying this is like a tiny dose
Like
for one little,
2.5?
yeah, 2.5 or even like like 0.5 or something. I don't know what the dosing is, or 5 milligrams or something like that.
I think it is. I think it is. I think in Boulder you're required to be high though,
yes,
right?
All absolutely. The time. And so I was there for a wedding and I was like, oh, the atmosphere is so thin. And like, like the first day that you get there, they're like, don't drink too much, don't smoke too much. Immediately was like drunk and high and then felt like atmosphere sickness.
That's crazy.
But,
weddings.
I was fine after that. Like you just feel your hangover worse, I think, apparently till you acclimate. But, they really walked us through. I was like, listen, I'm a novice. I freak out. Like what is a pleasant, like no nonsense, And so that was like a great thing. And if you didn't feel high enough, just waited 30 minutes and took another candy. And so like, I was like, no, one's fine. Like I would take one and cook dinner and just have like a giggly time. Aww. And,
I feel like I'm trying to cut down on drinking. I have a glass of whiskey in my hand, but I feel like if I had a thing like smoking pot, which I don't think is a problem for people who can smoke pot, I would drink a lot less just to like have something.
To just get giggly and like get out of your head. Like to me, at the end of a day, like a drink or just something that like lets me get goofy is like my little reward to myself. And I don't do hard anything. And I've really been trying to, not drink so much. And I'm like, what am I going to meditate? Like it's not happening.
Alie, what have you been doing? You didn't drink on New Year's.
I didn't drink on New Year's.
That's amazing. How hard
Sober
is that?
New Year's is the best.
It wasn't that much.
It wasn't. I'm sorry.
What do you guys do?
I was driving around too, though, so I was like, "Do I want to kill someone?"
Right.
And I was like, or go to jail.
Go to jail.
I was like, I don't want a cavity search.
What goes through
tonight.
your head? Like, why is it easy for you?
I think it's easy for me because, like, I used to drink because I thought people would like me more because I'm sometimes inhibited or sometimes I'm like, I can't chill out. So I'm like, if I drink more, people will like me more. And then I was like, oh, I'm more obnoxious and I think people like me less when I drink. So I think that I am okay to drink less because I'm like, well, at least I won't wake up being like, fuck, does everybody hate me? If they hate me, they just hate me organically, me.
like own it. You know what I'm saying?
They just hate me at my core.
Yep.
Me at my truest self.
Nothing
Which is
to
their
blame
fucking,
it on.
then you don't have to fucking hang out with them again. You don't have to like get drunk and hang out with them so they're like, here's your drunks,
Right. I think that sometimes though, I think I'm more fun when I'm drunk. Definitely.
I'm reading the book. You guys know the Easy Way books? It's the easy way to quit smoking that like everyone in the comedy fucking world has read to quit smoking, and they have like the easy way to stop binging and gambling, and there's an easy way for women to stop drinking. And it's this like method thing, but a lot of it says like you think you're your best self and you drink because you think you're cooler when you're drunk, but again you wake up and you feel like a fucking idiot. How are you a better person?
Right. I say I have loose lips and I sink some ships.
Ooh, yes.
That's fun.
God. I burned down entire cities with my drinking and antics in New York City. I'm like, there are like career mistakes that have been made in New York. You can't. And it's like,
But that's New York, though. New York is very different culturally.
Yes. Yeah.
Everyone I know, every comedian I know who lived in New York has had those, because you get to be up till, no. You got to be drinking at a bar in a public place till 4, which means you're up till 6.
Yeah.
Everyone lives 2 blocks away from someone else. You know what I mean?
And it just doesn't stop. All you have to do is like, if the 6 a.m. bar closes, then go over to someone's apartment. And it's like, I was about 40 pounds heavier, like bloated. Like, I mean, that was like at the worst point. I was going through something, but like, I had a crush on a guy who had a staph infection from punching a mirror. So if that tells you, you know what I'm saying? Where I was at with self-esteem, my
God.
That was a wild summer.
I want to know about the staph infection more than anything.
He's out of jail now, and he was trying to make amends with everyone. Oh, he's the worst.
He's out of jail and he's trying to make amends.
And I got like a message where he's like, because everyone was like, no, like fuck you, so and so, like you're done.
And it is so bad.
He thought,
you don't have
like,
to say it.
Yeah, because he's like, oh, well, she's a funny comedian, maybe she's nice, and he never really like was as involved with me as some other people that we all worked with. So I think he's like, oh, Brooke will be nice, she's a fuck up, and I was like,
wait,
I don't want to.
He's so good at sex.
I never slept with him.
Oh, wow.
We hooked, I just had like a work crush on him. You know, when you're like, God, this person's a terrible, terrible person. Like, he was stealing money from the bar. He was just like, he was so bad. But like, when you're in a dark place and they adore your sense of humor. Yeah. And I just wasn't feeling good about like what I had to offer the world in general. And also, that like, Stockholm syndrome, like when you work with people and you're like, we would start at 4 in the afternoon and work till 4 in the morning. So like you have like history after that.
It's nice not to have to go on dates and get to know someone too. Are
you kidding me?
This person already fucking knows me at my worst.
Exactly.
Like I don't have to bullshit and ask about your brother and sister.
Exactly.
And shit.
Yeah. So it was one of those like workplace, just dysfunctional families that I had.
Jesus.
There's a place called, the front restaurant was called Gravy. The back restaurant was called Trout. And then it was connected to another like Mexican restaurant called Pacifico, and it was like this dysfunctional little playhouse.
Where?
With like it was in Borum Hill in Brooklyn, like on Pacific and Atlantic, or Atlantic
there?
and oh no, one is like Gravy's a paper source now.
Oh my god,
Yes. That's tits though.
Yeah.
Paper Source is great.
Paper
Every
Source.
gorgeous paper.
Every time I go on Paper Source, I immediately have to pee. I just get so excited.
Do they have good bathrooms or like?
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I'm like, ooh, because this is like, is this a secret bathroom in New York? Because I keep track of all the bathrooms in New York.
Yeah, I don't know where you guys piss.
Okay.
Hotels. The
Babies R Us, second floor, Union Square.
Oh, the one on. We stay there sometime.
Yeah.
But no, we wouldn't stay.
That's a good one.
That would be weird if we stayed at Babies R Us.
We stay around the corner from. Wait, but how did the staph infection clear up? And why did he punch the mirror?
Yeah, staph infection.
Well, he was a raging cokehead with a lot of mood swing problems.
I think raging and cokehead go like you don't have to say raging.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
A cokehead
casual.
with a drinking. Yeah. So, and the thing is, like, there was no adult in charge at this bar. I think at some point the oldest person was like 34 and he was our boss.
And
like
he's so old.
Yeah, right. We're like, you're so adult. And like everyone, so it was a cash operation too. So it was so illegal. So toward the end of the night, we would do paper tickets and like do a little wink nod. We just pick the entire tab off the table and throw the whole thing in the tip bucket, like the entire bill. You know what I'm saying? And
oh my God.
We made a lot of money that summer, but our boss like didn't care. They stood up for me. So like drinking, like everyone was doing a good job if they didn't start drinking at work until like 7 p.m. And mind you, we would go till 4 a.m. Oh
God.
And the outdoor bar had a rain delay and everyone wanted to go see Spoon. I remember something crazy like that. And we were like, no, we can't cut you guys because, like, it might clear up, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, the bartenders.
Right. Like our boss, our 34-year-old boss was like drawing a hard line, and he's like, no, you guys can't go see Spoon. If the rain stops, we're opening up. He's like, but you can start drinking. And it was like still daylight out. Oh my God. We're getting trashed. The rain stops. Like he was like, all right, you guys can go down the street to the other bar, but you got to come back in an hour. This is like our boss.
This is like you're in your 20s dream job.
Yeah.
It was so fun. I'm not going to lie. I was so
amazing.
ill, such an alcoholic. But, so like, complete antics ensued. I come back and then I get cut first, I think. So I'm still sitting at the bar drinking afterwards. I'm not going home. And
why would you go?
I got really angry at just the looks of some of these customers who came in. Just one guy was just, I don't know. I was like, you're too hip. And the one bartender was this like deep in Brooklyn firefighter, and he was like a total wise ass, and I loved him. And he was like, wore like gross shorts and white tennis shoes. But I was like, I love you. Like he was so just like such a bro, such a real dude. And he's like, these fucking Brooklyn hipsters, blah, blah, blah. He's going off on him. Like, what if I throw a drink at him? And then he's like, before he can be like, no, I just launch a plastic cup over my head. I was like, I don't even know where it's going to go. And then I just hear it like hit something and ice go everywhere. And this guy's like, what the fuck? And I turn around and like I'd hit this guy right in the chest. Yeah. But so then my boss and the bartender, he's like, you fucking bitch, who did that? Blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, he's like, did you throw a drink at me? And they're like, yeah, she threw a drink at you. What of it? So what? We throw drinks around here. And like that, like I didn't get fired. Like my bosses were like, yeah, fucking get used to it. And like, and I was like, I'm sorry. They're like, oh, it's cool. He was a clown, And then like kicked him out. And I was like, how do I not get? Nobody got fired.
That would never happen.
Nobody got fired. Everyone was stealing. Everyone was drugging. It was.
Did they have Yelp at this point?
Oh my God, I hope not.
Can you imagine if they had Yelp?
Yeah.
Like a gross, sad waitress.
Yeah. Between my suspenders, it got all over my manicured
bow tie.
beard.
Exactly.
Were you a waitress or were you a bartender?
I was a waitress.
Oh, that sounds the worst.
Oh, it was terrible.
That sounds the worst.
Yeah. So
you never told us about the staph infection or the mirror.
Yeah. Okay. So I was going down this is like really good to remember because I'm trying to put together a collection of like shitty job essays.
Yeah, dude.
And I know you
need to do that.
Good to recall, but
this qualifies.
So yeah, I don't know what happened. He got mad one night, punched a mirror as you do at a party, and then never let the wound on his hand heal correctly. And because he's a bartender and we would also serve food, like he was constantly like dipping his hand into like gross, like, bus tubs filled with like milky, like calamari, like
food,
liquid and half-eaten food.
You're
and so
grossing me out.
Yeah, dude.
So right
and
now,
so his like open wound turned into like a festering staph infection. Well, we served really great calamari. It's another reason I was about 40 pounds overweight and looked like I was going to pop.
That sounds like the thought of like, I can't live in an apartment without a garbage disposal because I can't touch wet food, but then he's dipping his fucking cut up hand. Oh, okay.
Yep.
So what happened? Oh my God. I mean,
I may have kissed him or something when he had bandages on his hand. I don't remember. I don't remember.
And look, when you have a hand wound like that, because I have one right now from a Guy Fieri knife, it just keeps opening when it's on your hand.
And when you bartend and never skip a shift to like recover, I mean, everything's just wet. You're working and like, you know.
So did he like slowly get like, I have the flu, and you're like, you don't have the fucking flu?
No, I mean, I think he figured out just because it was like festering, and then that can turn into like sepsis and all that stuff.
Yeah,
and he had to go on like major antibiotics and, you know, keep it completely, I think, like elevated a glove on it, like all sort of creepy
I bet
shit.
His gut flora has never recovered.
No, I was just thinking how if you were a woman, you'd have the biggest yeast infection.
Dr. Keysberry.
What is Dr. Key? Oh,
The naturopath?
yeah.
You went?
Okay. So she's the one who gave me the info for the naturopath.
There you go.
Okay,
tell me everything.
Dr. K.
Tell me everything.
We have this kooky as fuck, and I don't know, Brooke. I need some fucking info on her because she's this. Okay, here's what happened when I went in there. She like looked at all my. She's like this kooky, weird, like would have been an art high school teacher. Like
she was a jockey in the Netherlands. Did you notice those photos?
Wait, what?
She's Dutch. So we were like, yay, Dutch people. Like we got so excited. And they're all, next time you're in her office, there are photos of her. She was like a jockey in the Netherlands. She was a horse racer.
That's fucking bananas.
She's really little.
She's tiny.
I was going to say,
she read all my like charts and shit. And I was like, here are the things that are wrong. And she like laid me down on this table. And I was like, okay, she's going to poke and prod me. No, she just held my arm and moved my arm around.
Kinesiology.
I don't understand. And then she put a thing of calcium on, like a bottle of calcium on my chest, and then moved my arm again and was like, doesn't that feel better? And I was like, like, what the fuck?
Right.
Do you know this happened to you? Because you go to fucking doctors.
Yeah, I've had a doctor hold a supplement bottle to my chest and is like, resist my grip.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
And then you can't, then you are like, you're deficient.
But
like,
then it's also like, I don't fucking know.
You're not gonna say no. You're terrible at this.
It's one of those things where you're like, it's a big shrug, like a sure.
Let's
why
try this.
Why not? It's like cutting your own bangs. Like why not? Do it.
Sure.
What is that?
Fucking fixed me. Well, I got really into it for a while too, and I forget the way. Like basically, you have. When she puts the supplements like in a super like concentrated form, like iodine, zinc, calcium, all these other things, your body responds in a way that like if you're deficient or have too much or wherever the issue is, like you get muscle weakness.
Are we sure about that?
If you look up kinesiology. Yeah. But she also, when I was like, well, I'm having issues with ovarian cysts or whatever, and I didn't tell her because I had an ultrasound and I know exactly what I have and where, but I was like, I would like to shrink them or whatever. And she just like kind of did something like put her hands on my body and she's like, you have one that's 1 centimeter, which is like exactly right. And she's like another one next to it. And I was like, yeah, on the right side, both of them exactly. She like called them and the size, and my little friends are exactly that big and they inflate and get a little bit.
Dude.
So now I'm taking like a prostate supplement because it's supposed to, the prostate stuff is supposed to help with female cysts. But I hide that bottle so no one can see it.
Doesn't
so they don't
everyone
think I'm a
have
dude.
cysts? Every girl, like every lady has.
Yeah, but mine
regular.
Get really big, and I don't want them to burst again like they have in the past. It really hurts.
It's not fun.
No,
it's not a fun thing. I haven't had one of those.
But she fixed my gut flora, man. I was in a dark fucking desperate place, and I went to see her, and I was like a new person in a month.
Yeah, she gave you some probiotics.
Like not even, no. She's like, probiotics are like exacerbating what you're going through. Really? And so I'm taking like Spanish moss and like all this crazy.
She gave me some shit too, but she was like the first, like the thing, she looked at my chart and was like, oh, you're fucked, because I'm on so many antidepressants and anti-anxiety. I'm on so much pharmaceuticals and have been since I was a kid that like I'm fucked, which is fine.
You're not fucked. I think if like you decide you like there's something you want to move toward a more natural solution, because I was like, well, I'm not, my Cymbalta is like not up for debate at the moment.
Yeah.
Just because I was like, I really went through hell and back getting my panic under control. And I was like, I've been doing every possible like healthy alternative. I've been doing therapy. I've been getting acupuncture. I have magnets in my ears. Like I'm trying everything to get over it, and I can't get over the hump. And so I went back on medicine. So I was like, when my life maybe makes more sense and feels stable, I'm like, we can talk about it, you know? But I was like, the Cymbalta is
That's great, because the opposite usually
she didn't push me. Yeah, she didn't push.
Great.
Yeah, she's like, that's fine.
Anti-drug push you?
Exactly.
Anti-peer pressure.
But she got me right off of, I was taking like a super strong pantoprazole or something like that. And she's like, all your stomach acids are turned off. And she's like, it's
what
actually,
is that?
Well, because I thought I was having reflux, but I wasn't. I was having a lot of anxiety, which can cause like all those terrible symptoms, blah, blah, blah. And basically she got me on like a crazy juice thing and her supplements. And like, I haven't had a moment of heartburn since then. But
when
she's
did
like,
you realize you needed to go on like pharmaceuticals? Was that your like first time doing it?
it's because I finally saw a doctor like here in California, and I really like him, and he helped me with some things, but he's also the guy who's like, what do you need? What do you need? Like, tell me, like, I love writing scripts, you know? Wow. And so we've worked out our relationship where he's not judgmental of the fact that I see a naturopath. He's like, if she's helping your stomach, he's like, then I say, keep doing it.
Hey, you know what you're in my phone as, Georgia?
Zit face?
No, Georgia face.
Oh.
You've been in my phone as Georgia face since like 1942.
Why is that?
Because you have a nice face.
Thank you. So do you.
Thanks, dude.
You know why?
Why?
Because we use BioClarity. That's not true. They just sent us some and we tried it, and I fucking like it.
Yeah, I like it too. It comes in this really pretty little brown box, and it smells nice, and you rub it on your face.
Yeah, it's a new take on acne treatment specifically designed for young adults. It's clinically proven to clear up acne blemishes and help maintain clear, confident skin without all the harsh side effects of other treatments.
90% of clinical study patients reported clearer skin and would recommend it to friends. That's pretty good.
Guess what? I'm one of those 90%.
Hey.
It minimizes pore size, fights acne, reduces redness, soothes skin, and you guys, it's cruelty-free and vegan.
So cruelty-free.
Cruelty-free.
There's 3 steps. Cleanse. They have a rich foaming facial cleanser. Washes away dirt and oil and whatever else you have on your face that's none of our business. It treats your pores and attacks bacteria, and it restores. And so it's this patented ingredient, Floralux, and it's chlorophyll. It's a green stuff in plants. Put it on your face, you guys.
Your fucking face. So if you want to put your best face forward in 2017, you can get the first month for only $9.95 plus 3 shipping. That's a $20 savings, and it comes with a 100% risk-free money-back guarantee. But you have to enter our code when you buy it.
Yeah, you have to enter our codes, guys. It's party.
Enter our code.
I know. Isn't that gross?
Go to bioclarity.com and enter the code party.
Party. Don't wait. Just fix your face. Go to bioclarity.com today.
Yeah,
okay?
fix your fucking face.
Georgia face.
And blah, blah, blah. Oh, she also like went over my body, and she's like, oh, you have full blown Epstein-Barr virus, which I couldn't figure out why I was like sleeping constantly, because I'd just been so sick, and then I got mono this summer, but I didn't know this summer after everything. And and
mono's an ass kicker.
How do you get that?
Crazy. Well, it's dormant. Yeah, I was kissing a college boy.
It's called the kissing disease.
It is.
It's just a virus. It's just mono, and then when you have like mono, I had mono when I was in my 20s, and I was in the hospital.
Jesus.
I was in the hospital for a couple days. I
didn't
had
know it was that
hepatitis.
crazy.
My hepatitis just means inflamed liver. It doesn't mean like I did tattoos with
needle drugs.
Yeah, no needle drugs. But when you have hepatitis, when you have jaundice, your pee looks like beef broth. It's like, that's cool. And your skin turns. I remember before I realized that I was incredibly sick, I was like, this self tanner I used is like really working. And then I was like, oh, I have
palms were orange.
Jaundice.
Yeah, my palms are still a little orange, but mono is Epstein-Barr, and that stuff can wipe you out for a long time,
months, and but
years even.
Yeah, I went in there, and she was just like, "You have a raging like your virus." And so then I went to my doctor, and I was like, "Hey, I just saw a naturopath," and he's like, "How does she know that without testing your blood?" Well, he tested my blood, and he's like, "You have Epstein-Barr virus," and he's like, "And the infection's active right now." And
what?
Yeah, so he was like, he was like moving on. Like he didn't know what to say.
Yeah.
He was kind of like, okay.
He was not going to make out with you either.
Nope. As much as I like my Armenian doctor in Glendale.
He's not getting that Epstein-Barr. He's like, I'll kiss you later.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So when was all this? This was this summer?
Oh, I've had it was moving to LA. It all started about a year ago, and I got like a third world bacterial intestinal infection in San Francisco.
From sushi? From what?
From something. It was called Enterobacter, and basically like the only way to get it is like someone with Enterobacter like had shit on their hand and made me a sandwich. Basically,
cool. No,
yeah, it's like super third world.
That's
you get
so
it
unfair.
It's not cool, man. And we couldn't figure out what it was for months. I was like, "What is wrong?"
Wait.
I'm so
What do you
depleted.
tell me? Because I've been sleeping for I've been sleeping for 12 hours.
Well, I wasn't overtired. It was that like nothing, like everything was just running through me, and then I would get these like fevers and like be so drained and like
shit. Literally.
And I was like, I don't know what's going on because I have anxiety, and so I always blame everything on my old brain and
goddamn brain up there,
right? So I finally cracked and went to a walk-in clinic, and they swabbed my throat, and then they like called me a few days later. They're like, they're like, this isn't like, usually people shit in a cup to find this, and they're like, it's in your throat. And I was like, what? And it had gone systemic, so it was in my urinary tract, it was in my respiratory system.
Does that mean
I just didn't know what it was? And well, sometimes, so like when I do have GERD or reflux, if it's intestinal, it was coming up, and so the infection got all through my throat and glands and all this.
I love how we started this off with rat balls.
Oh, I know.
So I'm so fast. I could talk about
it. Was
the gooeyest episode.
Well, then it started with the rash I got in the hot tub at the Ace Hotel in Palm Springs.
Don't ever
I got
go in
fucking
there.
skin herpes.
Serious?
No. I was
Brooke. What the you
so
look
it started
like a
with that.
glowing, healthy person.
It has
You're
been
a beautiful woman.
So bad, yeah. But I like got over the hump. But like I literally walked into my doctor, and then the naturopath was like, help me, like it, and then just basically my immune system never recovered because I had to go on such strong antibiotics to get rid of the bacterial infection. Then it destroyed my stomach. Then I couldn't get better. Then I kept getting upper respiratory infections because I'm allergic to everything in California. So I now do immunotherapy. I see a naturopath. I'm on antidepressants and like one other thing, but I've been like healthy as a fucking horse for like 4 months. So yeah.
When you were so sick, did you just watch so much Netflix?
So much Netflix. I was like, I don't even know if I liked the Mindy Project. I've seen every season.
What?
Like I was just like, it makes me, it's so light and fluffy, like
it's easy.
It's easy. I love it. It's digestible. And then you're like, oh, our friends like write for it. And so it's like fun to like, watch,
dream.
But so much TV. My roommate was like, she's dying. I've got like a roommate who's dying. She lives on the couch.
I thought you meant your other. I thought
no. Sorry,
your roommate is Jason Signs, who's like the coolest dude.
Yeah, he's wonderful.
Yeah,
and
wait.
I'm kidding. Yeah,
no, I know he's. When you live with a dude who doesn't cut his hair, like
exactly,
it's pretty cool. He's gonna be gross.
Pretty laid back. He's given me some hugs when I've been crying on the couch and shit like that. But
what about these 2 dogs we found? I haven't heard an update. She's the one who found the fucking cutie
turkey
pie
and gravy.
Okay, so you have a dog that you love, and then you're driving in Highland Park. Mm-hmm. And then what happens?
It was like the day after Thanksgiving, and my friend Andrea and I we were actually going down to Cypress Park. So I was looking to buy over in that area, and like Cypress Park is a new
buy drugs because
no
buy a home?
Guys, I got a home in Glendale. I'm in escrow right now, so I'm hoping that I know big news.
In
escrow always reminds me of in estrus a little bit, doesn't it?
What's in estrus?
In estrus is when you're in heat and you're a mammal. But like in escrow, like
both.
Yeah, that bitch is in escrow.
So hopefully it doesn't fall out.
Yeah,
but
my balls are big enough for her.
Oh God. But I was driving with my friend Andrea, and we just saw these like little fur balls, 3 of them having the fucking time of their life, running through 4 lanes of 40-mile-per-hour traffic, just darting in and out. Cars were everyone was like, oh God, like everyone was stopping. We were like so stressed out, but no one was doing anything. So we park and we start chasing the dogs. and someone pulls up and they're like, are those your dogs? They've been like, running around like for a week or whatever.
Oh, no.
And so we're like, shit, man. So the two stuck together and there was a third with them who was like, bye, and just like left them.
Where is he? I feel so
I don't know. Well, because all of a sudden when you go on message boards, like neighbor, oh shit, I forget what the local, it's like a thing that you can sign up for, and all these people who are like, Scotty's missing, my Maltese, and like, I think I saw someone's dog. I was like, but I think it had banded up with this brother and sister pair. So it took off, but they stayed together because they're super bonded.
And then you like cornered them?
Cornered them because they were like real weird and scared of humans. And I realized, I was like, oh, like the boy is protective of the girl. So I grabbed the girl. I was like, I got your sister, and like he wouldn't leave. I mean, we were just trying to figure out how to get them because they were so skittish. But once I got the little girl, like he like wouldn't leave. And so we got both of them. They were covered in fleas, and I threw them in my car, and I was like, okay, I'm probably gonna have fleas in my car. But
How big were they?
What?
How big were they?
Go to what's your is it Brooklyn VP? I mean Brooke VP is your Instagram?
Brooke VP on Instagram.
And you'll see like the cute. These are like
They're
fucking
just
muffins.
such cute-
Allie,
they're little
I'm
muffins.
pissed you're not in a better apartment because these are your dogs.
We figured out they were Cairn Terrier Shih Tzus.
Oh, stop it.
So
These are your dogs, Allie.
Oh, I love them.
He's so great.
Oh my God, I love them.
me see.
These are tiny little.
just
And there's a
little
photo
muppets.
on your Instagram.
Oh, here's when I got them, and I threw them in the back of
Yeah,
my car.
the one in the back seat of your car where they're like, what? Let me see it again.
How many
Like,
pounds
you'll
are they?
die.
She was 9, he was 14.
Oh, that's a perfect size dog.
They're like a year old.
Well, I wasn't sure. They were clearly, so the minute I brought them to my house, he mounted her and
It's your sister.
fucked his sister, and then got stuck inside of her for 15 minutes as
Well, that's
inside?
well, yeah, like so, like dog penises like latch, so that like so then they're like we fucked each other, and then they're just awkwardly like staring at me.
fuck.
Yeah, I know. And I'm like, you guys. And then it was like 15 minutes of me like, oh God. Then
I don't think I could watch dog incest and like then.
yeah,
love
that
a
was
dog.
really, I was
Not
like,
for more than
oh,
12
guys. Yeah.
If your dog erection lasts for more than 12 minutes, then
Yeah, then I'm out.
you're unlovable.
I was changing the channel. I just get bored.
But yeah, it was so fun. Like cause I was so burned out from like hating Donald Trump and tweeting things and trying to mobilize and reading headlines. And like, I just really hit burnout like after Thanksgiving. And I was just like, you know what? I'm going to take care of 2 dogs and like
Distract yourself.
turned off my brain and just did that. And it was really therapeutic and great. But,
Do you still have them?
No. I found that my dog sitter, who I love to death, she has a client who his older dog had just died, and so she mentioned it to him, and so now they've got like a rich gay daddy.
Nice.
And they got adopted together.
I want a rich gay daddy.
Yeah, I'm going to run through the streets until someone takes me
I
away.
know. There's no better. There's no better fucking situation you could fall into than a rich gay daddy.
except for gay daddy names, because now they're Max and Daphne, which I'm like,
That's cute.
no, I like
Were they
turkey and
turkey and gravy?
They're turkey and gravy. Well, I was like, you know what? Gravy, I'm not sold on gravy for him, but turkey for her.
Yeah.
To know her is to be like, oh, this girl's a turkey. Like she was so great. But, so we vetted them, and the vet was like, yeah, she's about 2.5 weeks pregnant. And I know.
Baby.
Do you get dog abortions?
Yeah, she had a little doggy abortion and then got fixed right after that.
My cat had an abortion.
No.
Is it because it would have been genetically?
Well, they didn't know. I didn't tell him that he fucked her. I didn't want him
I bet that's kind of normal though.
probably.
that
My
would have
cat
been a
had
cute
an
ass
abortion.
dog. Your cat had an abortion?
Why my mom thought it was okay to tell a fucking 7-year-old that her cat had an abortion is why I am who I am.
Oh my God.
Janet, what the fuck were you thinking?
Oh my God.
But yeah, when she was getting fixed, they were like, oh, they found 5 kittens. And my mom was like, hey, 6-year-old Georgia, they found 5 kittens, and they fucking aborted them. Bye.
How developed were they?
I don't know.
Oh gosh, yeah.
She had just had a bunch of kittens.
Okay.
So maybe
God.
I don't know. How long do cats don't carry 9 months probably?
No.
I don't know the
It's not very long.
gestation periods
Let's
for animals.
ask. This makes me think of food. Let's ask about midnight snacks.
This makes me think of food.
Terrible.
So now I'm thinking about food.
Because Brooke, I bet you have a good and it doesn't have to be current, but like a thing that you late night, no one's around, you're just fucking hungry and you want to watch yourself on TV, and you're like, I want to fucking.
I don't watch my own show, for the record. I don't have cable.
Snack.
They're like, you know that episode? I'm like, I'm not watching watched.
Yeah, I didn't remember saying
single
that.
moment of a season. So I lived it. A snack.
Yeah, what's your snack?
Like a dirty snack. Like if I stop at Sevy.
Yeah.
If I'm going into Seb's, it's hands down Cool Ranch Doritos.
Fuck yes.
They're so ridiculous. And they're so colorful if you really stop to take in all the spices.
I know there's some blue spices on there.
So many. It's like a magical spice blend.
Do you lick it first?
No, I can't. No. But like, I choose. I'm like, which is going to be the better side of the chip? You know, I think we all do that.
Place
like,
it upon.
which is going to be the flavor blast in my mouth? And
It's it's
communion
like
wafer.
communion wafer. Yeah.
yes.
What about a mixture?
The
Like a
big
weird
grab bag. Yeah, I was going to say it used to be peanut M&Ms.
Oh my God, there's some on the table if you want some.
There are. I've had two.
Oh no. Okay, they're like a triggering food for me. I'm
so sorry.
I literally
had
got
to.
some for this podcast.
No, I will have some on the way out.
Okay, that'll do it.
But like when I was like at the height of like drunken terror in New York City, like I'd be going to work the next day, rifling through my purse, and I would shame hide wrappers of things that I would eat when I was drunk, and then I'd be like, and I'd be like, God damn it, and it would just be those big king size peanut M&Ms.
Hell yeah.
It's just too many M&Ms if you want to be a small person. And the big grab of Doritos, and I would just be like, son of a bitch.
Did you not even remember that you had eaten them?
Nope.
Oh man,
Drunk me would be like, do it.
You know what the trick is? You don't have a hatchback, do you?
I do have a hatchback now.
yeah.
Here's the thing.
Okay, tell me some good hatchback.
You buy the peanut M&Ms.
Okay.
Right. This is what I used to do when I had a Subaru hatchback. I still have a hatchback. You buy the peanut M&Ms. You eat a couple. You fold down the bag, and then you toss them over your shoulder like a bridal bouquet. Yeah. Or like a drink at a hipster bar. You toss them over your shoulder
exactly. Thank you. Right.
into the trunk,
Just
and then you're like,
indiscriminately launch it
into
over your
the
shoulder.
trunk. And you'll be
you
like,
can't reach it.
That's enough. And then the next time you go in your trunk, you'll be like, holy shit, I got half a bag.
But you're assuming I was driving at this point. I was usually on like a 90-minute, 3 a.m. train ride back to Brooklyn.
90 minutes?
Yeah, then eat the
because
whole
the
thing.
trains wouldn't run, and you'd just be on the platform.
What do
and
people? I feel like
It's
only
the
like
worst life. It's the worst life. Don't live there.
what's the thing where you fucking hate yourself and you make yourself miserable?
Masochistic?
Masochistic. I think only people who live in New York or people who are fucking masochistic.
It's a lot.
It's like,
Yeah.
look how hard I am and how hard I work, but it's like, but also I'm so unhappy.
I think as the three of us who have all been clinically diagnosed with anxiety separately.
Yeah,
I literally was handed a
my
piece
ilk.
of, I was handed a piece of paper this morning that was like, your diagnosis code is on there. It's generalized anxiety. I was like, I know.
Duh. No, but how are you not like, yeah, dude?
Yeah.
I live in the world.
Yeah.
I live in the world. But yeah.
It's not easy.
So all of it, I think there must be some people out there who are like, I thrive on this. And then the other people who are like, this is too much.
Yeah.
New York is lovely, but it is a lot.
I could never fucking live there.
I don't think I could cope well with it.
No.
Personally,
I have no interest.
But I don't know. What do you do?
Unless I was really fucking rich. So rich.
So rich.
What was that?
Here's the deal. That was my phone.
The buzzer goes off when you say the word of the day, which is rich.
Rich. Is that okay? No, I don't care about coasters.
The
Don't worry
word of
about
the
it.
day is rich.
I have an
that?
app on my phone that's called 7, and it's a 7-minute workout, and it goes out. The alarm goes off at 8:00 every night to remind me to work out, and I have not used this app in 3 years. And every night at 8:00, I'm like, oh, I guess it's 8:00.
That's a weird app.
Still not working out tonight.
It's 3 years in.
Give it up.
think
Stop
they should
rubbing
call
your
it
boner on me 7 minutes.
shame alarm.
I'm just gonna stop with ClassPass. It was a fun month where I tried to work out.
Well, now that it's like $7, they're like, here's a special. I think it's because every woman is like, no.
Yeah.
That was fun for 2 months.
Yeah, I quit. You know what they do? You know what ClassPass does?
What?
ClassPass is like, oh, you want to cancel your? Okay, well, it's going to cost $75 extra
Shut your
if you want to
face.
sign up again. And you're like,
Right.
you're an abusive boyfriend.
Yeah.
Don't threaten me. Don't threaten my departure with some phantom.
don't Scientology me.
Do you have an internet crush? Is there someone on the internet that you're like
Makes you happy.
that you
Like, and I don't know them, or I'm just kind of like.
It doesn't have to be like a crush. It could be like, this animal Instagram is my favorite.
right?
Oh yes! Holy shit, Dr. Pimple Popper.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. But the problem is she posts these like surgeries all the time.
She's getting surgical
lipoma?
these days.
Yeah, the lipomas are like not. I was like, I want to just see like some white heads and black.
Yeah,
heads.
I don't want to see a fucking.
Same, you guys. I thought I was the only one feeling that way. I was like, this is one too many garbanzo beans under the skin.
Yeah.
Keep no blood.
No blood.
No
Exacto
yellow
knife.
fat, like just like lumps of fat.
No
like 3
removing a
pounds.
thing with a tweezer.
Yeah, just pop some shit. You're not Dr. Surgery Channel.
No.
You know what I mean? Okay, so Dr. Pimple Popper. I've gotten deep in that shit before.
I need
Feels
to
so
not,
good.
because then I get after my face, which is like
Right. So like, especially if I've been drinking and I get home and I've got some like zits,
Ooh.
I'm like going in on myself, and I wake up and I will have these like
Yep.
epic, like the blood goes under the skin because I push it back in, and it's like,
is that what happens? Because I've got some.
Well, because it won't be ready to go, but I'm like, you're coming with me, and then it just like bursts and then like turns into like a 1-inch patch.
The worst is when you're like, I started it and it doesn't want to go, so I better keep going just to get it. And
You
then
gotta
you
chase
have,
that dragon.
I chase it. You know what when I move soon, I have 2 right now. When I move soon, I'm not going to bring my close-up mirror.
You're not?
No, because it's the thing that. And Vince will walk by the bathroom.
Those are terrible. They make everyone look crazy.
Yeah.
Like it's
Vince will, we have a thing now where I said, "Tell me to stop picking at my face." So he'll walk by and be like, "Don't pick," when he sees me like with my face up to the thing.
No, you can't. You can't.
It's embarrassing.
Or
Get out of there.
the thing I'm trying to do is buy the tool, which Dr. Pimple Popper sells them.
The
Yeah.
little, what is it?
It's an extractor.
Extractor.
And I
everything.
own 2 of them, and I do not.
Do not recommend it.
Is it the
if
little
you're a little
circle
cray-cray.
circle thing?
It's got like, it looks like almost like the head of a needle, but a little bigger. Like
Yeah.
you push down and
It doesn't work on me.
Don't do that.
No.
You guys, I do everything. I do.
you got great skin though. What
You
the
have
hell?
great skin.
No,
Yeah.
not so much.
It's like none of us have bad skin for the record.
No, we're all fine.
Like we're fine, but like that's what the problem is I have these like little things that aren't really like these major
That
clinical
nobody
problems.
sees. We just need to turn into
No.
fucking issues.
We need handicrafts. We need to knit, or we need to crochet, or we need to do Sudoku.
You're
Keep
right.
our hands busy.
You're so right. Or start smoking.
Right. That's a
Start
great
smoking.
idea.
Yeah.
I have a question. Have you ever seen a ghost?
I want to so bad. You don't even know.
Yeah. Do you believe in ghosts?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Totally.
Aliens. A naturopath.
I believe in a naturopath.
Friendly.
Clearly, I believe in ghosts, and I
You-
love astrology.
But no, but it's just you're open to the
Trying to be.
misunderstood sciences,
Right?
perhaps.
I'm a Scorpio. I'm supposed to be like all mystic and like psychic and
Allie,
shit.
what
and,
are
like,
you?
Yeah, what day's your birthday?
November 4th?
November 6th. Let's have a party on the 5th next year.
What is a
All
Scorpio
right.
like? What is a Scorpio woman like?
Everyone says like, oh, they're just so they get so crazy and they hold these grudges. And
And that's the funny one where I'm just like, I think like we're good at like cutting to the chase and like getting under skin and kind of like communicating and going deep. I guess that's a better way to put it.
yeah, we're
Going
pro fuckers
deep.
too. We're real good at fucking.
Good fuckers. Everyone. Well, that's
Everyone's
like,
like Scorpios
That's
are-
like everyone else's version of like. There's a lot of pressure to be like if you're like, oh, I'm a Scorpio, then you're like, oh boy, they think I need to rock their world sexually.
They automatically assume you can pole dance.
Well, who are
and
you
you're like,
dating
listen,
that
you
knows
guys.
about a bunch of fucking astrology stupid shit?
Well,
But it's
guys who
funny-
punch mirrors.
Guys who punch mirrors.
And then get staph
Thank
infections.
you.
Yeah.
Like, which one's worse? Punching a mirror, getting a staph infection?
Infected narcissists. They know about astrology, Georgia.
They do.
But yeah, so you've never seen a ghost.
Never seen a ghost.
Okay.
But I've had like, I think, kind of, like the manifestation sort of thing. Like my dad and I, when we're together, we've manifested things that are crazy. Like, so there's that. And he's definitely seen a UFO, which I love. Yeah. And he's seen people, he's communed with them in his sleep right when they die. So he sees them right before
I had
they die.
when my ex-boyfriend died in a car accident. I had a thing happen. It's creepy when I woke up at 3 a.m. with the most I don't get headaches, and like the most splitting headache I've ever had in my life. I was like 21, and I don't get headaches. And then it turns out he had fucking crashed his car into a wall and was slowly dying at that moment.
Oh God.
At that fucking moment that I woke up.
Yeah, I believe in that metaphysical
Yeah.
type of, just, yeah, I don't know. The idea like when twins, like they can feel each other's pain. And,
For
like,
sure.
Yeah.
I believe in that.
I believe in that, but like no ghosty sort of experience other than I take it back. I was in East is that even a thing? East Hampton? Or is it just this? Yeah, I was in East Hampton out in Long Island. And I was staying at an Airbnb and the place was empty. And it was just us. So it was like a big front house. And then I was staying in like a little like elf cottage in the back. Like it was just very cute and mystical. And it was empty. Like the owners, I had been talking to them. No one was in there. And I walked past the front porch and a grandma in a robe with like giant blue blockers was on the porch, and she just was watching the day and she waved at me
during the day.
Yeah, it was the morning, and I waved back. And I was just like, there's not supposed to be anyone here. And then like a rabble of gay guys who were renting the main house showed up at night and to like go in the place. And I was just like, and I saw like an old man changing upstairs in the attic that night too.
What?
So I don't know, because I don't know how you're supposed to feel, because she was just sitting there on the porch, and I'm like, well, this isn't the host of the Airbnb, because this woman's like clearly in her 80s or 90s.
Oh my God.
And she looked like a 70s grandma, like an old,
Did you see
so it
the
wasn't
grandpa's
like
dick?
No,
He was changing.
no, it just like he looked like he was taking off a shirt or whatever.
We're all
but, like,
wondering.
No, I know, but then like all
wasn't-
these,
oh, no.
all these like gay guys wanting to like hang out in the Hamptons showed up, and I was like, well, there's no way they're sharing this Airbnb with like
This old dead couple.
yeah. So
was
I don't
clearly
know,
dead.
because it was just weird more than it was like, I was like, who's that? As opposed to being like, that's a ghost.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of, because I was just like, who was that?
Yeah.
Dude, that's creepy as fuck.
Yeah, I'll call it a
But
ghost.
I wasn't creeped out, but I think it was a ghost. That's my only experience. But it was so normal that I was just like, huh, there must be an explanation.
Ghost dick. Ghost dick? Has anyone ever seen
Grandpa
ghost dick?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Is ghost dick a thing?
I don't know. Probably. Did I ever tell you about it? I was in, can I talk about it myself for a minute?
Yes.
I was in community college at Santa Monica City College, and I was like 18 or 19, like brand new. And I like, you had to park down the street because parking was too expensive for me. And like, I parked next to these like old houses, and like, I went to get in my car to leave and like was doing some shit. And I look over and like, the dude, this like gross dude who lived in this shitty fucking shack there, like had walked up to the screen door and was looking outside, and like you could tell he like had his coffee or whatever, and he was fucking naked.
Yeah.
And he was like a gross old like Jerry Garcia type with the biggest dick I have ever seen in my fucking life.
Whoa.
Like, I just
Horse dong.
Like rat balls?
Horse dong.
Like rat balls, too?
I laughed.
Horse dong with rat
I
balls?
just started laughing my ass off because it was just so absurd.
Well, if you got it,
I was happy for him.
wag it around. Wag that hog.
He didn't see me. Like, he was just doing the thing he does every morning. It was
You gotta
just
wag
like-
the hog,
I
man.
was just like, oh my, I don't know where to look. He's like,
Are you no underwear can hold me.
Yeah.
Like he's
It's just
Was
like
he
having my
dead
neck-
though? Was he a ghost?
Wait,
He
why
could
was
have
the
been a
ghost there?
ghost.
What if that
Okay.
was a polter dong? There's no way that kind of dong could
Hold on. I see Steven writing furiously over here, which means we are saying funny shit. Like, Steven doesn't write
dongs.
stuff down unless you say funny shit.
What if, I mean, because if you were going to come back as a ghost, wouldn't you want to be like, look at what I got?
Well,
I'm not going to come back. I'm going to come back as a ghost with the best hits.
I don't think you can change.
In another life.
Sure, I can. I
Okay.
can throw
All
a
right.
vase against the wall in ghostly anger. I can get better tits.
You know what? If I'm not going to believe in them, I don't get to make the rules for them.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
I'm just saying, you do your own cosmic existence, you guys. If someone's like, it looked like my aunt, but with a nose job.
Yeah. Don't ever tell anyone how to ghost.
But like pretty.
But pretty.
Ghost gonna ghost.
Should we do fuck that?
Yeah, let's do fuck that.
I could talk. This
I know.
has been really fun.
I know. I'm fascinated.
We're getting to know each other
I know.
in real time.
I
which is
know.
great.
Let's do fuck that. We always end the show. Unfortunately, we have to end the show. It's hot. With,
My flesh from tequila. No, just tequila and like my desire for M&Ms over there.
They're right
Like,
behind you.
Okay.
With
Gonna
one
get
thing
some.
we learned this week.
No. One thing we hate, one thing we
You're
love.
right. That is how we start the show.
Introduction to the opposite sketches.
Good night. So fuck that. So it's one thing we
hate so much. We're like, fuck that. But then one thing that we love so much, we'd lay it down and slow bone it.
So we end on
so
the thing we
tender.
like so that it's a positive.
Yeah,
So,
we
got it.
We try.
Alie, do you want
One
to go?
thing we hate.
What
Oh,
you
you want to
hate?
know what I hate?
What?
Okay, you're washing dishes, right? And you save the silverware for the end because it's like, what am I going to do? Just put the silverware in there, and then it's bubbly in the sink, right? By the way, let me preface this with, you're so Buster, you don't have a dishwasher.
That's not
Myself,
Buster.
right? Myself,
Yeah, okay.
Not had a dishwasher in 12 years.
No.
So then you're rinsing, you've got to wash the silverware and there's knives in there and you got to get in there and you got to grab in there, but you don't know if you're going to pick up a knife on the wrong
Like
side.
fistful. Wait, do you wash your dishes like you fill up the sink with soap and water?
So old school. I get
That
a little
is so old school.
weird about like scummy water, but
Well,
that's
you've had
just
some
me.
staff in, and then you
I
rinse
was like,
it.
yeah, you're right. I don't have standards.
No, you've had some no, but I mean, like, you've seen what happens when there's a dish bin full of disgusting
Yeah.
suds.
Yes, yes.
But
I don't wash my dishes like that.
I mean, I do if I have a lot to do.
Okay.
And then I,
Soak 'em.
Yeah, here's the thing. When you wash your dishes in the sink, you always got to do the glasses first.
Right.
Because you don't want the glasses in there with any kind of mush. You know what I mean?
Mush.
Disgusting. And then you rinse them in really hot water, so hot that it scalds your hands.
So you like you hate a fistful of unidentified silverware.
Yeah, because you could grab a knife on the wrong side, underwater in the suds.
Dude.
Isn't that a horrible thing?
Yeah.
Just does
At
any
that
there's
point
just
you
a lot
drain
of-
it.
Yes.
And then you rinse them and then you clean them.
Well, okay, never mind. That's a good point.
I'm just worried about you.
This world is perfect now.
I'm worried about you.
That's the only thing on earth. I
Everyone
hate.
has like just their own dish technique.
Totally.
Because like when I worked in a coffee shop, my boss would. I don't know if she thought she was conserving water because I'm like, it all works out in the wash. Oh man. I'm sorry. I wasn't even trying to be that corny. But she would lather everything up and let it sit.
No.
Without the water running. And
does
then
nothing.
like everything would just lather and sit. And then she would do a mass
That
like
doesn't do
rinse.
anything.
And I was just like, I don't know how I feel about this.
You're stupid.
This
That's
is really challenging my beliefs in dishwashing. But
Isn't it funny too that like if someone came over and like I'll do the dishes and I would be like no it's okay because like you're not going to do my fucking dishes
like when a
right.
guy
Really?
does dishes, you're
Yeah.
like, why don't you just throw up on my stuff? That would look the same.
Yeah, I'm
Like they're dirtier. I
there's
don't
a
know
way.
how.
There's a way to do it, and you're the only person who can do it right.
Do I wash dishes like a dude?
No, you wash dishes the way
No.
you want to do your dishes.
Oh, okay. I don't care. If someone wants to wash my dishes, fuck yeah, dude. You can, I don't care. You can shit on my comforter if you wash my dishes. Do whatever you want. I don't want to wash my
I
dishes.
mean, they don't. You don't have to do both.
Well, okay, one-
All right. I hate vertical blinds. Vertical blinds remind me of sad divorced dad apartments.
Word.
And like early afternoon, and like when the wind blows and you hear this.
Yes.
This like the vertical
The clack?
blind clatter.
The clacking of the-
Nothing depresses me more.
I feel like if you have vertical blinds, your entire apartment is furnished with IKEA.
Totally.
Do you know what I mean? Like they go, it's like,
Not
they're like
IKEA,
gravy
like
and turkey.
The cheapest IKEA.
Yes.
Like the plastic thing.
Right.
Like, IKEA can be classy as fuck.
Yeah, it really can.
Guys, I've got a really great apartment, but my bedroom has vertical blinds and they are the bane of my morning. I wake up and I'm just like, these things again, but I'm moving.
You can take
I'm
them
moving
off,
up.
are you?
I took them out in the entire rest of the house, but the only thing I can say is that they do keep the
Yeah,
light out
I might do
really
that too.
well, but they're so gross. I hate doing, every time I was like, I pull it the wrong way and they go the wrong way. And then I'm just like, I hate these things. And
they're so tacky.
they're awful.
They remind me of.
But it's a rental. And I was like, because I was like, hey, do you guys care if I take these down? And I just ripped them out of the wall in the front room and threw them in the back house. And I'm like, I hope they don't care.
I'm doing that.
Because I trashed them completely.
There are these blinds you can get. My friends have them that are remote controlled. So you're in bed and you're like, and they open. How great is that?
It's the little things, guys.
2017, you guys.
That's our
2017. Nothing's wrong.
Brooke, what do you hate?
Have you guys been watching the new Leah Remini Annie Scientology documentary?
I watched a minute and it was so stupid. How is it?
Well, it's fine because I've already seen Going Clear and I felt like that was very, like, I've read the book. I'm just very fascinated. But her nails are driving me up a wall. Have we seen her manicures? They are like a knife on each finger. They are these aggressive, they're really taking away from the narrative.
Are they bejeweled and pastel? Or
They are.
What are they?
Some are pastel, but they are like the really aggressive, like kind of like they are the long, like
Square?
No, not square. They're the ones that are really long and sharpened to a point.
Talons.
people
I don't know why they're like daggers.
Our amazing makeup artist, Alicia, that we love, has those, but she looks like Elvira.
Yeah, so,
She looks like
So
a
it goes
hot-
with her persona.
It goes with it. That does
Right.
not make any sense. Though. What's her name? Leah
No,
Remini.
Leah Remini. And it literally, I can't stop staring at her hands. And it doesn't matter what outfit she's wearing or what survivors she's
Yeah.
going to talk to. She's like
Yeah.
waving around her like weapons for hands.
someone
And
also contoured her into oblivion.
She's
You're like,
lips
she's a
are
pretty
contoured.
girl.
Oh my
She's
God,
she
she's-
doesn't need to have she doesn't need her forehead to be shadowed at the top.
Do you ever look at that kind of, and I'm like, clearly no one's ever attempted that kind of makeup on me. They look at me and they're like, there's only
great
so much
angles.
I have some nice angles. Makeup artists have a little trouble figuring me out, like off the bat. Like I have a great person who I love and trust so much, but I'm like, if I ever wanted to bump it up, I'm like, that is LA makeup to a T.
yeah.
She is wearing classic LA, like
Housewives.
makeup. Yeah.
Kardashian.
Is that what Kardashian Housewives
it's like
makeup?
heavy contouring.
It's so much.
It's like unnecessary. It's like
It's just
be
it's a lot of
yourself.
time. It's a lot of time.
Yeah.
It is weird that you're like, not only do you have to cover your entire face, but you also have to change the shape
Shadowing.
of it with like paint by numbers.
It's
Plot. I don't have.
It's okay.
I can't get my shit
was like,
together
you know
enough to
what?
do it.
I'll just have a chubby face.
Yeah.
On camera,
You know what's so weird is when, like, for me, it's like when the makeup artist totally covers my under eye circles, which is like a hereditary thing I've had my whole life. And I'm like, what did you fucking do to my, like, when it's just like no under eye,
it's
no
a weird
darker,
thing where you're a little bit like, this isn't me.
doesn't look like
even
me.
though people are like, no, but it's better. And
It's
you're like,
better.
but actually it's kind of
Yeah, it's
not.
weird
Like
to see that.
it's okay. Like if this is a part of what I look like, then
Yeah.
I love dark.
I embrace
circles.
it. Yeah.
I remember there was this girl named Stephanie in middle school, and she had dark circles, and I was like, God, Stephanie's got it going on. I wish I had
Meanwhile,
those.
she's getting fucking beaten at night
Yeah.
and she can't sleep.
no.
She had bruises on her arm, and I was like, those are cool. And those tattoos.
She was so
No, she did
stressed,
not.
but
Let's end on Brooke's love. Alie,
yes.
what do you love?
Oh, okay. So we'll do Brooke's love last.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Something I would tenderly slow bone. I would. Oh, I'm sorry. Bullet journaling.
what's that?
You've done that already.
No, that was what I learned,
Oh, you're right.
but I finally did it.
Did you do it?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
I hated it at first.
Yeah,
Can
but
you explain real quick?
I was like, okay, bullet journaling is a system. You take a notebook, you make a table of contents, and then you make like what you want to do that year, and then you make a calendar, and then you make things you want to do that week, and then you make things you want to do that day. And you're like, oh, I watched like 15 YouTube videos of it, and I was like, who are these bitches? Why are they making these journals? I hate everyone. I hate the world. And then I finally was like, I'm going to do this my way. So I went to Staples for 17 hours. Yeah. I was there for so long. Like I had a
What do
beard
you
when I
get?
left. I was just like, what is happening? I got a binder, a tiny binder, 8.5 by 5.5. I filled it with these grid papers that are also tiny. And then I just made my fucking calendar that way. And then what I do is I make a list that's like, here's all the shit I need to get done in life. And then each day I take little things that I can do to help get those things done.
I like that.
So then every day I don't look at some to-do list. It's like, oh, you have to
Impossible,
do
right.
everything.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I got this shit to do. When I do it, I'm done. And you know what? I didn't do this today. I'll do it tomorrow.
You're gonna teach me
I'll teach you the ways.
the basics.
Not the base. No, because if you start going down a YouTube hole, you'll be like, all these people that are like, here's my bullet journal. Every single one of them is like huge wedding ring. And they're like, if you'll notice, my cursive is like so terrible.
It's so hard
when I started. And you're like, but my cursive got a lot better. And then each of their things is like things to do, and they have one thing to do, and it's just like, be married,
But it's
get
how-
pregnant, and you're like, that's not a to-do list.
That would drive me crazy because I fucking hate my handwriting. I write like a dog who's using his left hand to write, and it's just like, and I would look at it like, you're terrible because you can't. But you have to teach me the basics. I want to know the like 4 steps.
I will.
to do. Like
I will.
I want to know the